We're taking a live look right now outside of Hacienda Healthcare. We know that 37 patients are still being treated there, but as the facility prepares to close, many family members are still trying to find somewhere that will care for them, and that's easier said than done because most of these patients need extensive care, which many facilities aren't equipped to handle.
Team 12's William Pitts talked with families about that transition today. He continues our team coverage from Hacienda Healthcare.
Families of patients here at Hacienda got the notice that the facility will close, leaving them scrambling to find somewhere else for their loved ones to go.
At this point, there actually is not a transition plan. Everything is on hold. I don't really know. We're just taking it a day at a time.
Heidi's brother, Robbie, is a patient at Hacienda, and she's a volunteer, which leaves her in a hard spot, loving Hacienda, but also watching it close.
So much going on right now that you can't latch on to anything.
Thursday, Hacienda announced it would close the facility for intellectually disabled patients after a patient was raped and gave birth in December. A nurse, 37-year-old Nathan Sutherland, arrested after police say they matched his DNA to the baby's. Hacienda claims it doesn't make financial sense for them to stay open. That means Heidi's brother Robbie and a lot of others will have to go somewhere else.
It took over 6 months to find this place.
Karina Cecina's daughter was at Hacienda twice. She suffers from severe seizures and a hypoxic brain injury. But now Karina's moved her daughter to one of the few facilities that can take care of her. It wasn't easy.
Most of it's senior living. I kept running into senior living. I have a 22-year-old daughter, and I'm not going to put her with a bunch of seniors, you know. And I mean, no offense to them, but it's a younger population that we're dealing with.
Which leaves Heidi and her brother. But Heidi doesn't blame Hacienda. She says the facility was great for her brother.
The only thing that Hacienda is guilty of is trusting someone that we had absolutely no reason not to trust.
William Pitts, 12 News.